What's up? This is Marcus B Gaming again, and I'm making this video today to show you how to get the Outbreak Perfected exotic pulse rifle in Destiny 2. This is basically an encore of Outbreak Prime from the good old D1 days. If you've been in Crucible lately, you know this thing is still as mean as it gets. It just became available with the newest patch, and this is something you want. Trust me. So as always, thank you so much for the view. And if this ends up helping you out, then don't be shy, subscribe. Alright, so let's go. First thing you want to do is, with one of your characters, start up the Bad Neighbors heroic mission on Titan. If you've done it already, hopefully you've got a second character that has it available, and if not, you might have to start a fresh game. Or wait for Bungie to fix this if enough people complain about it not being available. If you know of any way to make it show up again after finishing it, please let me know. Comments are open. Alright, so shoot, slap, and run through the mission as usual, and after you kill the Shrieker in this room, open the door to the left of the actual objective door. Walk deeper into the room and pick up the shiny thing on the table. You can leave the mission now and start hunting down the 6 nodes for this quest. First up, jet over to Trostland and go to the Drain Lost sector here in the outskirts, and you can find a fancy ass node on the floor in the lower level of the cavern looking room. Node 2 is in the Whispered Falls Lost sector in the outskirts as well. So head over here and look for the little cave opening to the right when you come in, and snatch up what you came for. The third one is easy. Fast travel to Trostland and go into the Atrium Lost sector. This is the one at the bottom of the floor of the church where Devon likes to chill. Move through and look for the node in the bathroom looking area that should be on your left, and let's move on to number 4. This one will be in Widow's Walk, which is on your left and to the left of the church if you're looking from the Trostland fast travel spawn. Make your way to the chest and hop up on the upper level to the right of it. It'll be on the floor. And now, let's talk about the 5th one. Fly over to Nessus now, and from the Exodus Black starting point, run across the stream, and then to the Rift Lost sector. Make it to the chest, bust a 180, and then climb over and glide into this container to pick up the notorious NODE. Alright. And finally the 6th one. You can sparrow over to the Glade of Echoes and run into the Carrion Pit, and then you'll enter from the ground level. Get to the platform with the chest and jump around these large monitors to the right. The last node is just chilling right behind them. Now you actually have to head over to the farm. You have to go into the basement on the right side of the main building and talk to the fallen captain that looks like he stole your last box of Fruity Pebbles. He'll teleport you to a timed 20-minute mission that you'll have to finish before the buzzer. It's power level 690 and it ain't easy. Get your best gear and dive in. If you lose, you can retry again, no worries. The enemies in this one have some tough ass shields of every element, so having something that can cover each element is a good idea. Hard light ain't a bad choice since it can switch. And the Arbalest is a really good option here. Whatever works for you though. Keep killing your way through this mission. Roman supers and gear that keeps those going will really help. Gear that speeds up grenade recharge helps too. If you can, start a super train with your teammates to fly through the ad rooms. One of you pops a super and drops orbs so the next can pop a super and repeat. You know how this works. After the first few encounters, take the path underneath the left ship right after you start falling downward. Make a right into the vent, follow the path, jump up to another vent, then make a left and shoot out the next vent. In the crawl space, make the first right, pop the vent out, turn around and slowly back up and fall to the opening directly below you. If you take the long way, it'll be the last opening all the way on the right hand side. And be careful because these silver grates fall right after you touch them. Get through the vents and you'll end up outside. The goal here is to jump and glide your way down a long way using platforms and other things sticking out of the wall. Once the first person makes it, they can actually flip this switch to extend this walkway for anyone struggling to make the jumps. I'm a warlock most of the time, so I know about that life. If you've got the exotic gear for it, you can skip most of the jumps and just fall down and jump in towards the wall where it dips in. When you get to this point, look up. Jump to this walkway and jump into this vent on the ceiling. Once you get to the room with the yellow bordered platforms, aim for the highest vent on your right hand side. Once you go through the right vent, you're going to end up in a room with some big ass fans. You got to make your way to the lower part of this room, so aim for the circle in the middle of the fans and the red lit cutouts in the walls to avoid the blades of the fans. Kinda like this. After this is a huge room with the glowing walkways on the sides. You want to jump to these. Start with the ledge on the right. There's another switch at the end here to help out your homies if they're having trouble making the jumps here. And the switch will be in the control room for the maze, so as soon as you drop down in the control room, that's the switch. The next part is a maze puzzle basically. The map on the monitor is showing you that those red lights are switches, and they need to be flipped to open up the way out. To put it simply, think of the room like one big rectangle, and split it into fourths. There's going to be a switch in the top left hand, top right hand, bottom left hand, and bottom right hand corner. You can always tell where the exit is by looking for either the green signs on the sides of the wall that have the little man running towards the exit, like in real life, or the green light that illuminates the exit. From where you drop from, the light is actually a yellow or reddish kind of color. I hope that helps. While you're doing this, an electric saw is rolling up and down the left and right sides of the room. Sounds in red light will warn you that it's close. And if you want, you can all go hunting for the switches, or you can have one person stay in the beginning control room as a lookout and call out where it's going. Next room is a lot more chill. Once you all get there, everybody jump on the elevator and just wait for it to pretty much get you up high enough to jump on the catwalk and go about your business. Slide down the slippery slope. You'll end up at the vault after your little ride. Behind you in the left corner of the room, once you turn around, is the secret door you gotta Batman your way into. After you get close to it, it should open up. Make it to the big library looking room and bust a right when you make it to the case in the front. Drop down and follow the path. Now you can equip your ass whooping gear. You're done with the jumping. Exit to the ruins and the boss and his 21 cousins are waiting. I'm just playing, I didn't really count. So here you really have to worry about 4 things. The boss, obviously, shanks, big servitors that protect the groups of shanks, and later on in the fight, 2 walker tanks that will spawn next to small turrets on the open side of the room. If you stay away from the open side of the room, the turrets can't do much. Have supers ready and gear that assures that you have ammo and frequent supers going on. You can use the grooves in the floor in the middle of the room, and you can get behind some containers to get cover when you need it. You should start off the fight with a Roman super to clear out as many ads as you can so that you can breathe. Weapons with Rampage and the Arbalest are pretty damn good here because you'll see lots of enemies and lots of shields. You'll run out of ammo quick if you don't have special ammo finders equipped or something like that, and that's especially if you're using the Arbalest. So be ready for that. Kill shanks and servitors ASAP and use heavy on the boss when you can. Kill him and clear out the room and you finally can add the Red Death to your collection. Nah, I'm playing, but this gun should be called Red Death though, and if you haven't already, you're about to see why. Alright, so this is a longer video than I usually like to do, but this whole quest ain't short. As always, thank you for the view. I worked hard on this one like all my videos, so I really hope it helped you out. If it did, Please drop a like and even subscribe so I can bring more guides and detour videos straight to you. Thanks again.